Okay, let's talk about the mand. The mand is when the client wants something. For example, a child wants water after eating salty pretzels. Mands are a response that is under the control of a motivating operation, MO. Remember, motivating operations? This is when the value of a reinforcer increases or decreases depending on the state of the person. So if the person is in a state of deprivation, the motivation for that item increases. If they are satiated, then the value of that item decreases. This is crucial for the mand because the mand will only occur under the control of the MO. The learner is likely to ask for an item when the motivation for it is high, an establishing operation, or will not ask for the item because they've satiated and no longer want it, an abolishing operation. When teaching mands, it's important to keep this in mind. You cannot teach a mand if there is no EO. Mands are requests made by the individual. Here are some examples of mands. I want a cookie. May I please have some water? Where did you go yesterday? Look at my new phone. Can I go outside? In order for the learner to make the request, there must be an MO. If there is an EO, the need for the item, this will lead to a specific response or behavior which is followed by the reinforcer. If the child wants a cookie, they may say cookie or sign cookie or engage in problem behavior. All these behaviors would lead to the access of the cookie. If there was an AO, so no motivation for the item, they may not engage in any behavior. They may push it away, signaling, I don't want it. Often, problem behaviors are accidentally reinforced during this process because the learner may not have established mands and no other way of requesting for things they want and need. Let's look at this table here and go through the example. The EO is deprived of water. The behavior is asking for water. That's the mand. And the consequence is getting water and drinking it. Children with autism or other developmental disabilities may not request or have a difficult time requesting. Mand training is essential and often requires hundreds of trials. It may require many prompts to evoke that behavior. Mands do not need to be vocal. They can be any system of communication such as sign language, picture exchange communication known as PECs, or using an assistive device. Mand training is essential. If you're not teaching a child to request, chances are you will have a learner that will engage in a lot of problem behaviors because they cannot express what they want. You may have learners who escape the table to get what they want. So teaching mands will be crucial. The most important part of the mand is ensuring the motivation is present when teaching. Although we have an entire class set aside for mand training, I want to briefly highlight the core of mands. If I want the learner to ask for bubbles, I want to provide a few freebies. This is building and creating the EO. I want to build that motivation before I start teaching. So I would blow some bubbles and watch the learner's reaction. If the learner is popping them or looking at me excited for me to blow some more, I might attempt to begin teaching the mand. If the learner is looking away or appears uninterested, I don't want to teach it, since there seems to be no motivation for the item. Going back to EOs, we need to ensure that our learner is deprived of bubbles in order for us to have a more successful mand training session.